Whenever I talk about my smart home, the first question is always, how much did that cost? People picture these futuristic, minimalist penthouses, walls of invisible tech that only billionaires can afford. But the real truth is so much simpler. Comfort, control, and a sense of calm can start right here, in a one-bedroom apartment, with a good plan and a few smart choices. That's exactly what I learned when I built my own connected home. I did it one paycheck, one gadget, one weekend at a time. When I first moved into this apartment, it was just ordinary. White walls, old light switches, a thermostat that made an audible asterisk tick. Asterisk every time the temperature changed, but that blank canvas made it the perfect laboratory. I wanted to see what real smart living could look like without breaking the bank, something that felt cinematic and modern, but still grounded and real. It all started with light. And no, I'm not talking about those flashy RGB strips that drench a room in neon colors. I mean thoughtful, responsive lighting, the kind that actually shapes your mood. I began by swapping out the main bulbs for smart LEDs. They could dim, shift from a cool white to a warm amber, and sync to a simple app on my phone. First one room, 10, 10. Next, each light became part of this quiet, daily rhythm. A crisp, cool white for morning focus, and a soft, warm amber for winding down in the evening. The cost was about the same as a nice dinner out, but the impact was huge. It made every single night feel more intentional. Next up was the heart of the system, a voice assistant. I tried a few different ones, figured out which worked best with my gear, and kept it simple. That small cylinder on my counter became command central. Suddenly, my lights, thermostat, and music were all accessible without fumbling through different apps or flipping switches. I could just walk in and say, "I'm home," and the entire room would respond. The best part, it made the space feel alive, not in some creepy sci-fi way, but in a really personal, helpful one. Then came the real challenge. Temperature control. Smart thermostats get all the hype, but most of them require professional installation, which isn't always an option in a rental apartment. So, I found a workaround. A smart plug-in heater with adaptive scheduling. It literally learned my daily patterns. Getting the room warm just before bed, turning off while I was at work end. It ended up shaving real dollars off my power bill. Later, I added a few smart plugs for things like fans and lamps. Suddenly, every outlet became intelligent, controlled by preset scenes and schedules. This is where the budget magic really happens. You're not replacing everything you own. You're just connecting it. Over the next few weeks, I started layering in small comforts. I found a motion sensor on sale, and now a soft light follows my steps in the hallway at night. No more stumbling in the dark. I got a smart diffuser that syncs to the same system. When I say relax mode, it releases calming scents into the air. My desk light automatically brightens when my computer wakes up, and my speakers know exactly when to switch to my ambient focus playlists. These weren't luxury upgrades. They were just small acts of intent, all chained together by inexpensive automation. But the biggest upgrade wasn't a device at all. It was figuring out how to make all these different systems talk to each other. That's the real secret to a smart home. Integration over investment. I spent time connecting my devices into one single ecosystem. Now, when I leave the apartment, my phone's location tells the system to turn off the lights, lower the temperature, and lock the smart plugs. And when I'm on my way back, the lights ease on before I even open the door. It feels like magic, but it's just logic, done well. By the third month, the transformation was complete. What was once a totally ordinary apartment now responds like a companion. My mornings are seamless. The blinds open just as the coffee starts brewing. The bathroom mirror lightens to match the sunrise, and a soft good morning echoes from the assistant. Evenings slow down beautifully. With one phrase, movie mode, the lights dim, the blinds close, and the audio adjusts for a perfect little cinematic cocoon. And all of it was built from affordable parts, connected through patience, planning, and a little bit of creativity. But here is what most videos on this topic do on tell you. Smart living isn't just about the gadgets. It's a philosophy. It is about removing the little points of friction from your daily life so you can focus on what actually matters. It's not about buying the most expensive gear. It's about building a system that understands you. I learned to use automation sparingly. If you have too many, it feels like the home is running you. Too few, and the magic just isn't there. It's all about finding that perfect balance. My morning routine now pretty much takes care of itself, but spontaneity still has a place. Here I always have manual controls at my fingertips. True smart living gives you freedom, not dependency. So, here are a few tips I discovered along the way. First, start small. Pick one thing you wish worked better: your lighting, your climate, your music can. Just automate that one thing. Second, buy for compatibility, not for the trendiest brand. The fanciest device means nothing if it can't talk to the rest of your system. Third, definitely leverage used markets and sales. Half of my setup came from clearance bins and online deals. Fourth, prioritize energy savings. The best smart homes literally pay you back over time. And finally, design for peace, not for performance. A home should feel restful, not hum like a server room. By the end of the year, I realized something profound. Automation doesn't have to distance you from your environment. It can actually make you more connected to it. I started noticing small things, like how the afternoon light moves across the apartment, or how the temperature subtly shifts right before a storm. My smart home wasn't replacing my awareness, it was refining it. The system even helped me budget more efficiently. Smart plugs tracked energy use by device, and over time I managed to trim my bill by 18%. The assistant would even suggest off-peak hours for running the laundry or the dishwasher. In its own quiet way, the house was teaching me how to live a little bit lighter. There was one moment that really defined this whole project for me. One night, after a long day at work, I walked in, and the lights adjusted to that perfect dusk, tone golden and soft. My favorite playlist began to play without me saying a word. I didn't realize just how much the space had transformed until that moment. It was never about the gadgets. It was about grace, the kind of grace you build piece by piece. Until one day, your home finally feels like it knows you. And that's what a smart home on a budget really is. It's not luxury. It's not complexity. It's just small, thoughtful connections that turn a living space into a living system. A home that listens, learns, and adapts, not because you spent a fortune, but because you gave it intention. So if you're sitting in a basic apartment right now, dreaming of a smarter one, don't wait. Start with one device, one moment, one change. The rest will grow from there. Smart living isn't about wealth, it's about wisdom. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.